What's good, gang? It's Wes Gardner, Comedy Hobo himself. Hope you're doing well. Happy 2020. Big toast to you. I have my vodka and apple juice right here. Actually, I'm recording this a little earlier than New Year. On the 27th, I think, because if you're a patron, you're actually going to get this before 2020 hit. So I've been hyping up this big 2020 announcement for months, I want to say, probably since October of 2019 or so. So just a quick heads up, and this might even be the welcome thing for the YouTube channel. So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Wes Gardner. I guess I'll just do the big announcement right now. I'm a full-time professional artist, illustrator, visual developer, and concept designer for the entertainment industry. That means albums, video games, movies, and indie films, and all that fun stuff. I also do traditional portraits. I do, really, if it has to do with paint or drawing, I probably know how to do some of it. But that's it. So yeah, 2020, I'm working for myself. I'm my own boss for the first time ever. And I'm super excited. I'm kind of nervous, but there's a lot of reasons I made this choice. I wouldn't have made it if it was a bad choice. I've done, just a quick wrap-up thing. I have like 2 associate's degrees, got college degrees, know my tech stuff. People are like, oh, you should learn how to code. I know 6 programming languages. Thank you very much. And I actually want to get out of tech. So that's why I'm actually making the leap, doing the thing I always wanted to do since the age of 5 years old. Looking at the Marvel Spider-Man comics and stuff like that. Just always wanted to do this. Art's always been a thing. I went to Oklahoma City University for it, for illustration, with a minor in film production and direction. So I've always been very visual. You can also check out my stuff at comedyhobo.com or comedyhobo.artstation.com. I'll do all the plugs and stuff at the very end. But what I wanted to do, especially to the patrons, but anyone listening now, especially if it's after 2020, what made me decide to do this, and what does this actually mean? So, like I said, I've done technology stuff for about 5 years now in a professional capacity, in a higher education capacity, but I was actually able to do professional development, teaching, course structures, analysis, all that stuff, a lot of higher ed, college, like full-time enrollment grant type thing. Very cool, very rewarding. I love that job dearly, but it's not really what I want to do with my life. I just always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to be a painter. I was always blown away by people like Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Stan Lee, growing up. And then, got really obsessed with like Craig Mullen, as did everybody, right, whenever he hit the scene. I'm very, very interested in that kind of conceptual design, very painterly, John Singer Sargent, expressive brushstrokes type stuff. That's always been my jam. I always find it beautiful, compelling. So I wanted to learn how to do it. And the only thing I did not have, I had the ambition, I had the drive, I started developing the skill, but I didn't have time. Because all the stuff I had done, and starting in May of 2019, so from May 2019 to pretty much a few days ago, it had been 236 days in the year, and I had done 178 pieces of art, published pieces of art, in that time frame. So every day I would come home from work, my 40, 50 hour a week job, stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning painting, because I knew, this is what I want to do. And you got to get the skills up. So if I was working 40 hours a week doing that, I was easily working 60 hours a week and doing art things, learning and doing courses and, Udemy or Gumroad tutorials, or getting mentorships or things like that, like really trying to plant a flag to figure out what's going on. And in the art community, kind of get in it. I was always told that it's not practical. It's not a good way to make a living. No one's going to pay for art, all that stuff. But because of incredible artists that I've come to know, and some of them I've actually come to know as friends now, which is still mind-blowing to me, they make it a career. These are artists for D&D and Magic the Gathering, and a few of the guys that I was able to get their tutorials and kind of chat with a little bit are now doing art for The Mandalorian. Just stunning, you know what I mean? So and they're all very supportive. They're like, no, you can do it. Like, just do it. Don't be scared anymore. Don't think, oh, I have to have my 9 to 5 jobs. So I'm taking the leap of faith. My wife, beautiful and perfectly supportive, and she's taking a gamble as well. But she's an author, so she kind of knows this stuff as well. She kind of knows what that feels like to go to bed, wanting to do something, and just coming out. But that's a little bit of background. Basically, I've done retail jobs, sales jobs. I've done all that stuff for over 15 years. Did technology for about 5 years. Already have a little bit of a retirement plan set up through the state. So, this did not come out of, I'm not some up-and-comer that's never, did the capitalist grind before. I've done it. Not. So yeah, I'm going full-time. But what does that mean? What is all this about? So the reason why this is a big deal is because of you who's listening right now. I wanted to be upfront with you all about how this is going to work, what benefits are going to have, what am I going to be changing about the stuff I do, what will I be doing, does this work Twitch streams or YouTube videos? The answer to both is yes. But what else does that mean? So there are some big changes, big changes. So let's talk about goals. So goal setting, I'm a big believer in you have to set huge goals, ridiculous goals that don't even make sense. Because then if you start doing smaller goals, checking that stuff off the list, if you put in the work, the score takes care of itself. You know what I mean? That's what my coaches would always tell me. Don't worry about winning. Just worry about doing your part. And if you do your part well, the scoreboard's going to take care of itself. So I actually typed this up because I'm a nerd. Like I said, I'm higher education. I actually set up my career goals. What are my long-term goals? What are my short-term goals? And then the fun part that you guys might really dig are the goals that I've actually met already. So a few of these no one knows about. But let's start with the long-term goals. Basically, I wrote down my main career goal is to work with leading clients in illustrative, visual development, conceptual art capacity. What does that mean? It means if they need a design for a thing, I would want to do it. So that means I can work 3D, anything visual development. I would want to be in the entertainment industry, something like that. Just making other people's ideas come to life, working with briefs, working with clients either on a one-to-one capacity or working within kind of an art house infrastructure, which is a collection of artists that basically put bids in, as I understand it, put bids in for a job. They get hired on to do the job. The studio is responsible for doing the thing. I know Blur is a big one, and also Six More Vodka, I think, does a lot of League of Legends type of art, that type of thing. So there's a lot of them out there. I'm hoping to get in. I know Trent Kanuga's Aquatic Moon is another one. So there's a lot of them. I want to knock on some of those doors and see what the potential is. Just see what I can offer. And that's my goal. It's my job to offer to the client. You know what I mean? So that's a main career goal. Another one is I want clients ranging from tabletop games to video games, film and television, book covers, album covers, all the way to traditional portraits, because I do know acrylic and oil painting, and also gallery shows to get in on the fundamental traditional art space here in like the central Texas area. So I want my main focus to be on digital art because I think that's where my passion really lies, and there's a lot of cool things you can do. One day you can do a style, like yesterday I did a style of Ashley Wood, awesome artist from Australia who did the Metal Gear Solid stuff, very painterly, he's amazing. Tonight I did one, and what you're seeing right now, I did kind of in a Wadam Kashin style, or Wadam Kashin. Need to figure out how to pronounce his name correctly. But I'm hugely inspired by him. He's worked on a ton of stuff, including like Ghost in the Shell. So yeah, I like that kind of foresty, military sort of thing. I've also been reading a Ghost Recon book, Combat Ops. So it has this sort of vibe to it. But yeah, hope you guys are liking that in the background. But yeah, any day you can do any style. Digital's great for that. But that will be my main focus is on digital work and workflows. Then I'll use originals in oil and acrylic. Maybe if clients prefer that, I will do that. But also, it'll help supplement learning as far as color theory, things like that, to help my digital work, or to sell. People pay a lot of money for originals from artists whose names out. So that's my goal. It kind of all works together, that I'll never have a day off, which I'm kind of fine. So what are the short-term goals? And by short-term goals, I mean, what do I want to do by the end of the year 2020? What are my kind of capstone, the things that I need to do before the end of 2020? The first one, and this is kind of my big bucket list, I want to get featured in Imagine FX magazine. I've been a fan of Imagine FX magazine for over a decade. I actually did an office cleaning the other day and found a whole slew of like 10-year-old Imagine FX magazine. Just look up Imagine FX, like capital F, capital X, online. You're going to see a lot of art tutorials. Basically, if there's someone who's popular in like visual development nowadays, they have been in Imagine FX magazine or did a tutorial or something. Like the cream of the crop, you're talking about, they've had interviews with like Mobius, Frank Frazetta, and you know what I'm saying? Like the godfather of this stuff. So to be kind of encapsulated in one of those issues and be like, hey, it would really feel like I made it. Like, hey, I'm a real boy now. Like, look, here's my art, and it's in the magazine, you know, alongside stuff from like Noah Bradley or Sung Choi or, you know, Raphael Lacoste or Sparth, or I can name names all day, but I just love that stuff. But that's my main goal. Get an Imagine FX magazine in some capacity. I would love to get in an FX Posé, which is basically 2 or 3 pieces of art. It has a little write-up about you, where they can find you, stuff like that. But I just need to hoof it. I need to get in there and make it happen. I don't think I'm quite there yet. I have been fortunate to be able to speak with Imagine FX magazine, and they're like, oh, you're too hard on yourself, send your stuff in. I'm not quite ready. Like, I'm not quite ready. But I will be, don't worry. So another one of my short-term goals by the end of this year is to get a client whose games I already own. So that means, you know, someone like Wizard Coast, Fantasy Flight Games, Duke 7, Games Workshop. A lot of tabletop stuff is out and about. Paizo, another great one. But literally any video game company, because you all know me, I've had decades of video game stuff, so anybody. But really any client, because you have to think, Riot, you know, who makes League of Legends, they weren't a huge deal till League of Legends. You know what I mean? Like they, you know, if you worked for Riot, people would be like, I don't know who that is, you know, well, hopefully they're paying you and not jipping you, like, you know, but now you think people that work at Riot, they're the cream of the crop. Same thing for Blizzard. Whenever artists started working for Blizzard wasn't anything, but now they freaking rule the world. So that's the intent. Get in on something, get in something I'm passionate about, getting card games, board games, something like that. Something I really have a deep rooted love for, because hopefully my enjoyment of that product will come through with the work I provide to the client. At the end of the day, it's up to the client. It's whatever they want. I just want to know that I have my heart in it, give them the best that I'm capable of, and make their project or product better because of it. And then another one, which I've kind of already started, so this is more of a bridge one. Start a private client list through commission for stable income. So, first announcement for you guys, commissions are now open, starting January 1st, 2020. I will be doing commissions. I'll get a price list out to everybody in the first week or 2 of January. So original characters. I'm still trying to decide on fan art. I don't know what sort of fan art. I need to look at some clauses and actually reach out to some companies like Funimation. Figure out what their policies are on fan art. I just want to do everything legit. I don't want to burn bridges. So please, you know, I can do an interpretation or something in the style of, but could I draw Goku? Could I draw Solid Snake? I don't know. I can't make that promise. But just know that my head's in that space. Like, I want to make stuff for people. Hey, you know, if you want to pay me to make your original character, let me know. I'd love to work with you. And that actually comes to the now goal, which means they are literally happening right now. So, patron, if you're giving me more than $1 a month, I definitely appreciate it. Because I think as of right now, since for the first of, there's like 6 or 7 tiers, like, hey, for $1 you get this, for $2 you get this. But excuse me, $5 you get this, 10 you get this, 25 you get this. Everything is now going to $1. $1, that's it. $1 or above. So if you're feeling generous, I do appreciate it. Thank you for that support. But all you will need to get all the wallpapers, brushes, tutorials, my write-ups, any sort of news, breaking stuff, mentorship type opportunities, $1 a month. Going to be on my Patreon. And I'll probably put the Patreon up here on the screen. I want to say it's now let me double check. Because one of my things is, let's see, I'm doing this real time right now. I think it is. Oh yeah, so it's Kami to Hobo. Or wait. Oh. Wait. Yes. Is it? Is it? No. It is patreon.com/WesGardner. There we go. Yeah, so patreon.com/Wes Gardner. Go there. $1 a month gets you everything I post on there, access to all the exclusive links, 4K wallpapers, full PSD files, everything you might. $1. That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So that's a huge one. Another thing for my now goal is to work on an independent film. So I've actually already done that with Pod 792 from Angus Webware, independent filmmaker in Australia. He had a science fiction short film called Pod 792, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the lead concept artists, working with a 3D development team and stuff like that to do that, and that was a lot of fun. And now I'm working on an unannounced project. So yeah, that's already happening. Another one is how I talked about I wanted to do album art. I'm already doing that, and I'm already doing that 3 times over. So I actually got commissioned to do 3 album covers for a band in a different state, which is pretty wild. I guess. Well, I know one of the band members, but then a few of the other ones saw my work, really wanted to get some work done. So yeah, got to work with them and really excited. They're really good. So I always like lucking out and getting my name on really cool products, and yeah, their album is going to be sick. So excited about that one, but that's already in. I already got one in the can. I'm doing the other 2 right now. Those should be done by my birthday, January 15th. Can't show them yet, but once they do the big reveals on all of them, I'll be able to post them on the portfolio page. And another one, and this is a big one, because this kind of ties into everything. I, starting in 2020, will be an art instructor. So I will be teaching art at the college that I worked at full time. And I will be doing it part-time as an adjunct, but I will be teaching digital and traditional art. So I'm super stoked for that, because I think, all these professional artists like Sung Choi, Paul Scott Canavan, Titus Luther, Noah Bradley, I'm going to name drop all day, but Trent Kanuga, of course, huge inspiration. And they kind of relit that fire in me. I thought, what could I do to light that fire in someone else? And to be able to teach at the place that I've had the fortune, good fortune to be able to work at for, half a decade. I want to keep working. Maybe not in a staff capacity, but more of the faculty side, I think would be an interesting shift. But also that'll help me be able to make, more tutorials for Gumroad or Patreon or mentorships. And if I can hone that skill set, that's just going to be better for you all as well, because I am absolutely going to transfer that knowledge over to you guys. And that's what excites me a lot. All of these things start working together, and it really ends up becoming something bigger than what I initially thought. I'm taking it a day at a time, of course, but just know that my heart's truly in this. This is the thing I've always wanted. I've just been too scared to go after. I'm not scared anymore. I'm no longer the young buck, so I'm getting in my mid-30s. Now's the time to actually make the change that's going to be my lifelong career. And I'm excited about it. I don't know what the future holds, but that's part of the charm, is I'm up for anything, and I'm just going to keep grinding. And I know I did 178 pieces in 2019. I've actually more now that I'm posting it more, but I'm going to try to do over 250 in 2020 of personal, not counting the actual commission stuff that I'm doing too. Now that's a big claim, a huge claim. But for me, quality and quantity is a good. I need to keep pushing. I need to find what my voice is. I'm almost there, but not there yet. I still need to refine. I still need to get better. I need to simplify and then refine. And then, so yeah, there's still a lot of growing. 2020 is just the kickstart it to really do it full time, make it my career. Huge things are going to happen. But so if you're a patron right now, you're seeing this early, thank you so much. If you're paying me more than $1, like I said, I do appreciate the support. If you feel like just dropping it down to $1, be my guest. Please, please, please do so. I don't want to overcharge you or feel like you need to pay higher than what the minimum is to get all the content. Because I mean, I might be doing podcasts, video lessons, time lapses, paint overs. Whenever I get some free time, I would love to take a patron's art and then do a paint over video or do some sort of like lesson video over it. See how that goes. But yeah, I'm actually joining more contests, working with other mentors, working with other tutors, trying to get my skills up to snuff. That way I can pass on that knowledge to you all. We can all kind of thrive together. But that's it. That's my 2020 announcement, baby. I'm going full time. I am my own boss. You can work with me directly. You can hit me up. Oh my God, where can't you hit me up? Let's see, hit me up on Instagram, instagram.com/comedytohobo. If you just head to comedytohobo.com, I don't think it has the www in front of it. I'm working on that right now. I'm actually like in an email chain with ArtStation to get that domain fixed over. But anyway, comedytohobo.com, head over there. Or you can go to artstation.com/comedytohobo. That one will always be up. I'm on DeviantArt, deviantart.com/comedytohobo, facebook.com/comedytohobo, twitter.com/comedytohobo, and then of course patreon.com/Wes Gardner. That's the only different one, which is weird. I wish I would set up at the side. But anyway, that's my time. Thank you all so much. Hey, happy 2020. Hope you're in good health. Well wishes to you and yours. And let's get this party started. So until we see each other again, which will be very, very soon, take care, peace, and hey, go draw something.